Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Too low. I started too low. That failed. Welcome to episode 13 of... Oh, the light's really weird. What's going on? I'll turn this light on. Let there be light. Yes, it's episode 13 of Score One, Still One. Oh, I'm getting caught. I've got loads of tea towels because George likes to go on my lap, and it's just a bit annoying having hair everywhere, so I've decided to go for the tea towel approach. They're old tea towels. I don't use them to dry anything up, don't worry. I'm not going to die of food poisoning of some description. It's really warm. Why am I wearing a jumper? I don't know. Well, today we're taking on Luton Town. This is a clash and a half, clash of the Titans, and we've got Hartlepool and York, so we'll do 3 games today as well. Luton are 22nd, so if I don't win this, I might as well end it. I've said that for the last 2 episodes, but if I don't win it, I might as well end it. Maybe like the fact that I've lost every single game. Well, I've drawn 2 games, but other than that, and we haven't scored since that first game. In fact, that is disastrous. Really is. This is the team I'm going with. We've got Sean Miller up front, the player we stole from Morecambe in the last episode. He's actually quite good, so I'm pleased with that. Rooney's going central midfield. Owen Barrow still in the team. Got sent off in the last game, but I don't think you can get suspended because he's a greyed out player. He's protected. That is amazing. Oh, they've got Craig McHale-Smith up front. Yeah, at this level, he's going to score bucket loads. Sure, how old is he now? He must be quite old. 32. Guess he's a bit getting on a bit. That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to beat Luton Town, but they're 22nd. If we don't win this, we're a long way off the bottom. Somehow we're still only 10 points behind. And if we win this, 7 points. I can do mathematics. Oh no, Sean Miller's just picked up a knock. It's luckily not an injury. I am the Eggman. I am the Eggman. I hate this game sometimes. Sorry for the blasphemy. Football Manager, why are you doing this to me? In fact, I'm doing this to myself. I'm the one that came up with Score One, Still One. It doesn't work with the bottom of League 2 team, does it? It's never going to work. I mean, it didn't work with Swansea when I actually had some decent players at the start. It's definitely not going to work with bloody Crawley Town at the bottom of League 2, is it? Can we get a goal? Can we score my first goal for a century? Yes, we can. Andy Little scores. First goal of the season for him. It's 1-1. We've stolen a Luton Town player. We're back in this. Can we get a second? I don't think so. I'd get a nosebleed if we get a second. They get a second. The bloody tea towels go away. This could be a thrashing. My defence has decided to fall apart today. No! Craig McHale-Smith scores. Right, if I lose this, it's the end. It is officially the end. There's no point. There really is no point. In anticipation of this ending, let's do a poll. Should I restart this with a big team? Link to the poll in the description below. You know, start with a big Premier League team. Or should I not? Should I just end this? Score One, Still One hasn't worked. Let's go for a no. But maybe it would work with a big team. I don't know. Vote in the poll in the description below, guys. Help me out. It's been a disaster, but maybe we can do a second series and start with a big team. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Vote and then let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Be much appreciated. But this is the end. Morecambe are winning 2-1 as well. I mean, there's just no point. I mean, I know I'm conceding defeat, but I mean, I'd actually have a go at this if I decided it wasn't Score One, Still One, but it's Score One, Still One, and Score One, Still One. How many times can I say Score One, Still One in one sentence? Score One, Still One. What was I going to say? I've completely forgotten. Yeah, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work when you're in... I'm bottom of League 2. I've gone to a team bottom in League 2. It's not going to work because they had poor players anyway. They concede. They've only won 1 game all season. I'm not suddenly just going to turn it around, especially with these rules in place. And this is probably going to be 4-1. They've got a play called Cuthbert. That's amazing. Whipped in. Knocked away. Hang on in there, guys. Hang on in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Preston does well. Overload it is. Come on. Everyone up. Lovely. No, not a lovely ball. Almost a lovely ball. Here goes McQueed. Good save. Oh, good defending by Owen Barrow. The ambulances are poised to take my disaster of a season away. There we go. I'm not even going to bother swapping the players. You know, I've stopped. I'm resigning as manager of Crawley. I'm retiring, in fact. I've just retired. That's it. That's the end.
3 weeks later.
Strangely enough, it literally is 3 weeks since I recorded that last part of the video. I've had a bit of a break. I actually recorded the whole 13 episodes before even uploading episode 1 of Score One Steal One, and I've had some time to reflect. I've had some time to look at your comments as the series gone through. I'm really glad, I'm really pleased with all the feedback. I'm happy that you guys enjoyed this series. It's not ended in a positive way. Obviously I've ruined 2 clubs. I apologise to Swansea City and Crawley Town fans out there. To be fair, Crawley Town were already ruined when I turned up, but I've just made them even worse. As you can see here, I've holidayed to the end of the season actually, and we're going to have a look at Swansea and Crawley to see how they've got on. Swansea relegated, 12 points off safety. They didn't finish bottom though. Wow, that is some achievement, I would say. You can see here Fabianski still in the team and Mariappa, as you would expect, because obviously Score One Steal One didn't continue after that point, but all these youngsters having to play because I ruined the club, and they've been relegated to the Championship. I wonder if Aguero saved Newcastle. Now, there's one question as to whether he was able to play any games. I don't know if he was able to be registered, so let's have a look. Oh, he played 1 game and scored 1 goal. No, he did play 1 league game and he scored 1 goal for Newcastle, so they were able to register him. So he may have picked up an injury. No, this is bizarre. Now, the one problem with the series is, in real life, you can't play for more than 2 teams in a season, I think, or maybe in a transfer window. It's something like that. So I don't know if any of the players did have problems, because obviously I stole players and then other teams stole them off me. So they may have played for 3 teams or had the potential to have played for 3 teams during that time. So I don't know, I know there's a lot of you guys that have played along with this series. I don't know if you've had similar problems to that, but I didn't have that problem because obviously when I've stolen a player, it's only the second team they've played for, but opposition teams may have had that problem. You can see here Swansea have actually had a couple managers. They had Bertoluzzi as the caretaker. Then Tim Sherwood came in and got sacked at the end of the season because they got relegated, and now they've got another new manager, Teemu Tainio, the guy from Finland. Now Crawley, as you would expect, have been relegated. You can see here, bottom of the table, 20 points. They did actually manage to win another game after I left, which was on the penultimate day of the season. Dreadful season, really. It really was dreadful. These are the player statistics for those of you interested. So it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to, but I would like to try this again, and I know there's a lot of you guys that would love to watch me try this again. Now, I've already talked about one poll, which is, would you like me to do another series of Score One Steal One? And I've put links to the polls in the description below. So that's the first poll on this webpage of mine. Now, the second poll, if I do a second series of Score One Steal One, what do you want it to be called? Now, I've had an interesting thought behind this. Now, it can either just be Score One Steal One Series 2. Quite simple. Score One Steal One, it's a catchy name. It's a great name. Almost could become a brand of mine in a way. But the second option is to call the second series Score 2 Steal 2. Now, there wouldn't be any difference in rules. You know, if I score 2 goals, I get 2 players. If I score 1 goal, I get 1 player. It's exactly the same. The reason behind Score 2 Steal 2 is because it's the second series. And if I did a third series, it could be Score 3 Steal 3. You understand my point. But that's up to you. You might just like the name Score One Steal One, and it keeps it simple. It's recognisable, so you might want to vote for that. But I'm giving you guys the option. I'm giving you the power to decide the series name. Score 2 Steal 2 or Score 1 Steal 1 Series 2. Now, the third poll, which I've also put in the description below, is a link to it on this webpage, but put the link to the actual poll. It's the team that I should manage. Now, I've had lots of people suggesting teams. Thank you very much. Some people suggesting doing an international team. Don't know if that would work very well. I'd obviously have to change the nationality of quite a few players. Possible idea maybe at one point. But I've actually picked 3 teams from the top 6 divisions in Europe. I think they're the top 6. Anyway, I've picked 6 divisions, top divisions in Europe, and I've selected 3 teams from it. 2 of which are Champions League teams, 1 of which is a Europa League team. You can vote for as many as you want. Obviously, the top one will be the team that I choose to do in the second series. If I do a second series, I may add. But it gives you the option. Now, I want to do a big team. I want to do a team in Europe because I think it's be interesting stealing players from other European teams. That will just add a different element to the game. And I think it will be easier with a big team because in the league I should hopefully be more likely to win games. And I won't have the problem with Swansea. Hopefully won't have that problem as much anyway. So for example, we've got Barcelona and Real Madrid as 2 Champions League teams from Spain, and Villarreal, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Juventus, Roma, Napoli, Porto, Benfica, Braga, Wolfsburg, Gladbach, Dortmund, PSG, Lyon and Marseille. So you can vote for as many as you want. So if you really want me to manage in England, you could just select all the 3 English teams. You may have a first choice out of them, but at least it means it's going to be an English team because you've given a vote to all of those. You get what I mean? It's not quite first past. Well, it is first past the post, but you've got more than one option to vote. Now, just before I leave you, thanks for watching, by the way. There's been a few people asking me how I actually did this. Now, you would have seen me in certain videos moving players around. You have to have the in-game editor installed. Now, on the home page, there's the option, there's a downloads button where you can purchase the in-game editor. Unfortunately, you do have to buy it. And what I did was, quite simply, you click on move to other club, you type in the club, select the club, and that player moves to that team permanently. It does actually, I've noticed it does alter the wages depending on the team they move to, because you don't want a team being bankrupt because they've suddenly got Messi, for example. So it does seem to alter the wages to reflect the club. The second thing is, how did I get around the registration rule? Because obviously after the transfer window closes, you can't register players usually, but with the in-game editor, there is the option to select allow squad registration anytime and allow squad numbers anytime, and that just resolves that whole problem. So make sure you do that before starting Score One Steal One. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this series. It's been a good 13 episodes. It's been a painful 13 episodes, and I finished recording it 3 weeks ago. I've had a time to reflect on it. I'm really up for doing another one, but that is totally up to you guys. So please vote in the 3 different polls. Now, some of you will probably be upset that I've not selected certain teams, but that's what I've gone for. That's how I feel the second series could work, using a big European team and stealing some European giants, hopefully. That would be interesting. And I'm up for managing in England, Spain, Germany, France, Portugal or Italy. I've given you 6 options there. So vote and keep your eye out for the second series. I don't know when it will start. I will prepare. I will try and make it as good as possible. And that's another thing. I'll probably be throwing in a couple more rules. So if you want to suggest some new rules, put them in the comment section below. Some people have already suggested them, but I'll probably only put a couple extra ones in. I don't want to overcomplicate things. I've got a few up here already, but I'll see. I'll see what's the best option to select. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you very soon.